Hey, I'm Bob. I've been totally blind since birth, and I'm into Star Wars. We're going to be taking a look at an action figure from Star Wars Legends today. He comes from an expanded universe wave released toward the end of 1998, and this is Luke Skywalker, taken from the Dark Empire comic books. I wanted to dedicate this video to the late great John Saigon, who voiced Luke Skywalker in the Dark Empire dramatic audio adaptations in the 90s. So in this comic book, Luke, he is swayed to the dark side ever so briefly by a clone Emperor Palpatine. Yes, Palpatine does return in Legends in the body of a clone. He transferred his spirit to this clone body. He had a whole mess of them on the planet Biss in Dark Empire. There were 3 of those audio dramas, by the way: Dark Empire 2, and Empire's End. And Luke here, he wanted to try to bring Palpatine down, his new Dark Empire down from within. And it never really works out when Jedi try to go over to the dark side and bring it down from within. And Luke learned this lesson in the first of the 3 miniseries. But Leia, of course, she brought him back to the light. So she rescued him, which is pretty cool. So Luke here, I think he's trying to go for a Vader-esque look. This is, I believe, based on that very brief time when Luke was serving the Emperor in Legends. So I think he probably has some Vader-esque shoulder armor. And I'm not sure what color his saber is here. I don't think it's his green saber in his right hand. It's been quite a few years since I've had this saber described to me. So any help would be hot, to quote a certain Gungan. He's got a blaster in his left hand. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and we're going to remove Luke's cloak here. It's made to be detached from the figure, but it sticks to him like glue, so it's going to take a bit of finagling to get the thing off. So I will pause this and see you guys in the blink of an eye. So let's see, where's that pause button? There it is. Thanks, Jaws. All right, so got Luke out of his big fancy schmancy cloak he was wearing. I think I've read somewhere that the look was supposed to be Vader inspired. I don't know if he's wearing any more armor than just what he has on his shoulders. I don't think so. So here he is from the back, trying to keep him centered as well as I can, moving him up and down. And interesting enough, in the first of the Dark Empire dramatic audio adaptations, Luke actually duels a young Palpatine. Palpatine's much younger in the first of the Dark Empire comics, so he can actually duel the way we saw him do in Revenge of the Sith. Of course, we wouldn't see that until quite a few years after this audio drama was produced, but always cool to see the Emperor with a lightsaber. And seeing him and Luke duel, that was pretty interesting. 13-year-old me really enjoyed that. We'll have to do a video on how cool I thought the Dark Empire series was one of these days. Talk about it for a couple minutes. So I mentioned John Saigon voicing Luke in the Dark Empire series. He also voiced Dash Rendar in the PC cutscenes of the Shadows of the Empire video game. He voiced Ulic Qel-Droma in Dark Lords of the Sith, the dramatic audio adaptation of those comics. And if any of you Star Wars fans have played the Knights of the Old Republic video games, John voiced a certain Mandalorian some of you might remember named Canderous in those video games. So John really got around in Star Wars, from Jedi Master to a Jedi Knight set thousands of years before the birth of Luke, to a Mandalorian warrior. That guy, boy, he was everywhere in Star Wars. I think he also voiced Iron Man in, what was it, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I want to say. It's been quite a few years since I watched that video game played, but I think he did Tony Stark in that, so I've always liked his voice work quite a bit. Anywho, that'll do for this short and sweet Star Wars figure review. I will hear you guys in the next one. I've actually got a Luke Skywalker from Dark Empire 2. He might look a bit different, so we'll be taking a look at him. He comes with a little Jedi holocron. So that's another character in itself, by the way. So be here for Dark Empire 2, Luke, next time. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.